Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Take it. Take my hand.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, chili, baby back, red. I want my baby back, chili, baby back, red. Barbecue sauce. I want my baby back, chili, baby back, red. I want my baby chili, baby back, red. Barbecue sauce. I got my baby back ribs.
You don't like Slim Dusty, Rob?
No.
What?
Not an old man.
You were around accusing everyone of being un-Australian, and you didn't even like Slim Dusty.
You don't like Vegemite, mate. It's a whole different ball game.
Have you ever heard of Slim Dusty, Camel? I guess he's like
I've heard
our
of.
equivalent
I can
of
tell
Willie
you.
Nelson.
I've heard of Steve Irwin, Paul Hogan.
Mm-hmm. Mel Gibson.
No, you know
Yeah,
loads
and
of Aussies. You just don't know they're Aussies.
Well, that's the thing. I was
Hemsworths,
gonna say, like, yeah. So the
Blanchetts.
actors, right? Like,
There's
the
loads
guy who
of
played
them.
Bane, like, he's Australian, right?
No, he's English. He's
No,
British.
then I have no fucking idea.
Tom Hardy.
No, Nicole Kidman, right? She's from Australia.
Oh, Lethal Davis says bankrupt. You're being attacked,
Being attacked right now.
on Well Red Show.
What else is new? What else is new? Who's your Duncan out of Rob and Camel? Well, actually, that song has I'd like to have a beer with Robert. I like to have a beer with Bob. It didn't say Rob. So I was like, I'll play the Duncan part.
I mean, you know,
Nice.
you know, Mike, that age-old dilemma of there's two people lying on a train track, and you can pull the train, and it's going to run over one of them. You would so run over me and not Camel.
Well, I mean, Camel and I, we had 350 people watching Camel Nights the other night. So, I mean,
Yeah, I
it's,
mean,
it's not a
not even a
one-for-one
contest.
comparison.
Unbelievable.
How are you all going tonight? I guess Camel and I are drawing. What are you drawing, Camel?
I actually can't talk about it. Sorry,
Ooh.
I can't show it.
Can't show
Is
it.
it,
Oh,
is
man.
it
talk
more?
about
Is it
all
more?
me?
Is it more crotch shots?
Just 99% crotch, 24/7. Yeah, I can't really get into. I mean, I can tell you guys after, but I can't. I don't want to put it out there right now. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Voyager says first. Atherline says second, and Mo Big says how the chat. I think Mo Big wins in that exchange. We have.
Read Simply Green's chat, Mike.
Where's that? Is that new?
At the bottom. It's at the bottom.
The bottom.
Yeah.
He says if the tracks were empty and Rob, I'd flip it to Rob. Ooh. That's a bit like the review you got on Well Reds earlier. It's like let's just, stick the knife in and twist. Did you see the very ending though?
Mm-mm.
At the very end, Moonshine said, the one thing I will say, standout excellence is the colors on the third book.
Oh, I did see that. I'm like, fuck me, really? Out of all the things that you liked, that was the worst part.
G'day, Devilfish, fellow Aussie. Trevor writes here. Duncan, my D, says Trevor Wright. What do we got here? Bretsky the Great's in the house. Indie Wrestling Aces. Who else is here? Did I say Jeremy Burtz? I'll say it again. Sumo, I see you, my friend. Mo was apparently hanging out with Fizz. I get you. You gotta come for a distraction. Got Heavy Merlin in the chat. Who else is here? Polis Arts. We got D here. Well, ribs then. D. That's I'm gonna have a beer with D. That's what that means. Duncan. Can I have a beer with D? He deserves it. He's paid for
he deserves
100
nothing.
beers many times
He
over.
deserves nothing.
He does.
He deserves to be
he's
blocked.
gifted you members, Camel.
Yeah, it's not enough.
I had a friend called Duncan who just like ghosted me, like disappeared. Never knew what happened to that guy.
He got hit by a train.
Maybe.
I had a comment. I had a comment there that I went through all the calculations in my head, and I was like,
just say it, Mike.
Doctor Strange, like going. There's no combination that's going to end well, so I'll leave it be. Is he still alive? I think D's talking about Slim Dusty. No, I think he did pass on. Who else we got in the chat here? You said hello to Lethal Div. We've got David Feed in the house. Pork Hunt is here. The whole gang's here. Dave Brink wants to know, why do you do this to yourself, Rob? Why?
I am harsher on myself than anyone else could ever be.
Oh, so you're fine.
That's
You just
not
see
true.
your own
I'm much
punching
more
bag.
harsher on you.
Raised in the house. Darren says, blame Croft. I am the one who will be blamed for everything. The Bancroft is the one who will not be blamed for nothing. Do you remember that line from Jack the Ripper?
No.
No.
Uncultured swine.
You mean the movie? The one
It's
with
what
Johnny
Jack the
Depp?
Ripper. He didn't say my name. It's what Jack the Ripper wrote on one of the walls next to his kills.
Okay.
That's worse than one of my stories, Mike.
No, he says Rob and his friend Duncan, shortly after one of his head traumas, once the swelling went down, he disappeared. That's probably what happened. You mean the whole drawing stream is relying on me? What a jib.
I mean, it's been like that since the start, Mike. Really.
Oh, no, I know. We got Billy Basco in the house.
I haven't seen Billy in a while. Where's he been at?
He's been busy.
Oh, we got D.
He's a busy man.
D with a super bogan chat. Do you want to grab that, Mike? You want me to grab it?
He says, it'd be great to have a VB with you, Bancroft, and Rob, and I guess Camel.
Bancroft, should we do like an Australian CG catch-up for the Australians?
Yes.
Meet right in the middle of the country, right smack dab in the center.
Where no one lives.
Yes.
We'd all die. Like, if we all went to the center, we would all die. Or at least one of us would die.
Yeah, make it like an endurance test, you know?
Do you know who was your harshest critic on the review, Rob?
Who?
Corey Barton. He
Corey.
wanted blood. What did
Yeah.
you do to Corey Barton? Why does he want blood from you?
What haven't I done to Corey?
Didn't you fire him?
Ew. Gave him an Eiffel Tower by the sounds of it. What do you reckon of my what are these called?
Bar taps.
Wieners.
Bar tap. they're not wieners. That's wood, Camel.
That's a wiener.
Do you pull it and wieners come
Look a
out?
bit like doesn't look a bit like a wiener. You know, you pull it and sausage comes out.
Oh, gross.
What?
Hello, Sam Rogers. I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you. Darren agrees. Yeah, Corey is savage. I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy with the like I learned that from who is it? I don't know, either Ethan or Kyle, who put that like wavy metallic shine onto metal. And I was like, I'm stealing that. It's showing more of your favorite character, Rob.
Invisible Man.
So,
Which one? The douche lord.
No, he's not a douche lord. He's just a very eccentric fellow.
He looks like the kind of person Camel would run down in his car.
Yeah, well, I aim for squirrels, you know. It's easy, and they don't see it coming.
Mm.
I'm like,
I believe that.
yeah.
Is that the sound they make? Banana, banana.
banana. I was thinking of that today. I started a new game. I don't know if the chat's heard of it. It's called I think it's called Asteron. I'm sure they can correct me. It's really good. It's like it came out like a year ago, and it's an old school side scroller, and it's like they mixed Metroid, Mario 3, and Mega Man into one game, and there's RPG elements, so you can build your character up. It's really, really good. If anyone is looking for I think it's for every console. You can get it.
Can you like narrow down what it's called?
All right, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it's called
probably easier.
Asteron.
D says, next time I'm in Melbourne, I can let you both know. I tend to go down to visit a few friends a few times a year. Yeah, man, for sure. We'll organize something. That'd be cool.
Do it. Can catch up with D, Pork. I mean, I don't know where. I don't know if I know Dean is in Melbourne. Obviously, the Bartons are.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do it. Why not? Friggin' traveling halfway over across the world to go meet up with people in Florida.
That's gonna be fun, though. At least Rob won't be there. So
these Aussies. That's gonna be.
Rob, I put in the private chat. It's called Astalon Tears of the Earth.
I mean, it sounds shit.
I'll tell them.
Tears of the Earth.
Yeah, well, it's one of those like JRPGs, but it's not a JRPG. It's just like pretending to be one. It's an action game, and so you have three different characters, and you can switch between them, and they all do different things.
It's really old school.
It's real, yeah. It is. It's fun though. It's really cool. And so yeah, there's all of these areas you have to unlock a lot of things, get a lot of keys, get to new places, and then
puzzles
you build
and
your
stuff.
Character up. Yeah, a lot of like doors that need opening. It's it's a giant Metroid maze. You build your character, and then like this girl kind of sucks, but the warrior, the blue dude's cool. And then there's like a mage, like a magic guy. He's pretty good. Lethal Diva. It's called Astalon. Astalon.
Is it indie made, or is it like a?
It's one of these games that it's indie made, but it's good. Like it got bought up by, or it got put out by Limited Run Games. So like I get like probably 6-7 limited run games a year, because I think I only play this kind of stuff. I've given up on AAA titles. I'm so tired of AAA titles because you're always buying patches, and then like you always got to get DLC and this and that, and I'm just done with it. So I just get old shit now.
I just put the title in chat for everyone.
It wasn't bad.
Astalon, Tears of
I don't know if I think Limited Run Games isn't selling it anymore, but you could probably get it on eBay.
This is how Camel found it. We were just looking at long asses on like really high ones that are longer than the thighs.
What is this though?
On the family fap, and he just found this game. That's how he had it.
Actually, Sumo Thori has it. It was Ass Talon. I was like, oh.
It reminds me of the game you guys played on the game show, that Scat. Like it's got that kind of level name. Ass Talon.
Oh yeah.
No. Well, Scat was a whole nother.
What's interesting about it, I think, is that this is exactly what and how the Hail Salad game is going to play. Like this is how I'm building it. So it's fun to see someone who did it, and then I can be like, okay, so that works and that doesn't work. Because I couldn't really find a game that was really falling into that category for me.
Pork Hunt says, meet up in Wolf Creek. What could go wrong? I don't know. Why are you inviting us out to Wolf Creek, Pork? What have you got waiting for us? Thank you for the super chat, though. Nonetheless. Yeah, Pork. It was called Scat. It was weird. Morby Dog wants to know why they are naked, because that's just how I just do like mannequins, and then I just
he likes to envision men naked before drawing.
Everyone's bald, everyone's naked, and then I like try and draw some clothes and hair and faces over the top of it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I guess
so. Camel, what are you working on?
Oh, I can't say.
He just said he can't say.
No,
Okay,
he was
I
gonna
thought
thought he
I'd
was gonna
catch him
trip
out.
me up.
Oh, yeah, right. I get you.
I was doing my thing, Mike. You know how it goes.
Yeah, you know how good he
I know
is
how
at
it
doing
goes.
that stuff.
Yeah, that always works.
It's worked a few times. It only has to work once to be viable.
Actually, you're terrible at it. Actually, it's never worked ever. I can make one announcement though. I had a long conversation last night with Mike and Crackhead, and
Oh,
who else was there? Snuggie and Ravener, and we came up with a date for when we're going to launch Boots and Heels. I can share that actually. Let me.
I can share that because I know where that date is.
Oh, did you find it?
On your Twitter, isn't it?
No, it's not on Twitter. It's
I swear I saw it.
It's on YouTube.
Right, that's where I saw it.
It's on CG now too.
Yeah, I put it on CG now. I'll just open this up here. You can show this. Okay, here we go. And then I'm going to build a trailer this week, and there you go. It'll be a small trailer, like like the one that Mike has. Yeah. So Friday, October 14th, we're going to be doing. I think we're going to launch noon during the day, and then I'm going to channel hop all day until we end up back on Camel Nights. And so
that's a good idea.
Yeah, it'll be a very long day, but it'll be fun. Yeah, so there you go, everyone. Get your emails in. Still, obviously, we want to hit over 500 emails before that. I think we will once I get all these. I have 300 hail salads out there that have flyers in them. So once those are out, and it'll be good too, I think, for the synergy, because as everyone's getting those in, it's gonna be like, okay, within a week or 2 weeks, we're gonna launch this thing. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, also sign up for the email, because there's going to be a link in there to get 20% off the top tier box, and the top tier box is going to have everything in it. So,
Nice.
And that'll include we're gonna, well, actually, I don't want to give everything away, but it's definitely going to be worth. It's 100% going to be a good value for you. But there's going to be a lot of stuff out there: trading cards, multiple covers, hollow foil shit, like everything. It's good. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be good stuff.
Marby Dog says, "Is this part of your 14-part epic, Camel?"
It's yes. Yeah, this will be the first 4 issues. And all those issues are done. So, people don't need to worry like, oh, is he going to get to it? Or no, they're already
drawn. Jasper says, is it going to be a store folio or a pizza box?
Actually, you know what it's going to be? Because it's Boots and Heels, it's going to be a shoebox. And so when you open it, it's going to be able to fit comics. I'm actually custom building it, not personally, but I've designed it so that. But it'll essentially have all the tenets of a shoebox, but it'll fit your comics perfectly. No, I can't show you that yet either.
God damn it! Can't show us anything.
I can show. Well, you're looking at the graphic. There you go. But it'll be. I'm trying to think. It'll have everything. I think the only thing that the shoebox sale won't have is that hollow foil email X them book, because that's also exclusive to the tier or to the to the early sign up. I don't want to give that away because I don't feel like that's fair. And it won't include any of the Camel Knights merchandise, because that's going to be kind of, I wouldn't say it's its own campaign, but it'll be kind of its own thing. So
cool. Junk says, will there be a CGI character twerking, Camel?
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, that's it. I'm not backing it. Not promoting it.
Uh,
Speaking of promotion, I want to give a big thank you to Anna, that Star Wars girl, who she asked me at the start of the week, can I use one of your videos? And a couple of people have asked me that before, and I just assume, yeah, they'll like play it on a thing or something. And she actually did a big shout out, shouted out the channel, shouted out the campaign and everything. So yeah, I mean, I already sent her a thank you. Because she was talking about She-Hulk, and she played the Cecil Ethan video. It's just yet another reminder of how much I need to finish my Shane one that I haven't.
She should have played you and me making fun of She-Hulk, which is awesome.
Well, she did. She actually showed the channel.
Oh yeah.
She said like he's got an Indiegogo coming up. It's his second book, and yeah,
that's
so
good.
Massive.
Did you get some emails?
Massive, thanks. I did. I got a bunch of emails. I got a bunch of subs. We I think like 40 or 50 subs or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big channel. It's cool. Good. No complaints there.
What does his hair normally look like, Bancroft? Doesn't look like this, does it?
Oh, let me fill it in so we can see what it looks like. He's got like one of those. I don't want to put him down because everyone puts him down. He wears his hair up, like a friggin', not like a douche, but look, it's not super popular these days, but that's how he does it. Yeah, that's his hair.
Okay.
Now I said people were saying he looks like Patrick Thomas Parnell. Someone in the chat, Dine Day, said looks like you, but I just put hair in him, and thankfully he doesn't anymore. Someone in the last thing said he looks like Christian Bale. Left a comment.
What?
I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see
that. That doesn't look anything like Christian Bale. What are you talking about?
Christian Bale's very skinny. This guy's like, I mean, he's not built or anything, but he's got a big head. I wouldn't think Christian Bale doesn't have a big head. Patrick has a big head, and I have a big head.
Looks way more like Patrick than Christian Bale.
Yeah, well, you know, people see different things. People pick up on different.
I see two frogs kissing. What do you guys see?
It's like that. The dress. Remember the dress? It was either blue or black or gold and white. What were you guys?
No, I can't remember. That was like
I can't remember what I saw. I'd have to go look at it right now.
I was white and gold, and Mel and Victoria are blue and black.
Women, right?
Dine Day says, "Say it, he has a man bun." No, I considered for half a second putting another character in a man bun, and I was just like, "No, I'm not drawing a man bun." So I just gave him a haircut.
Mo says, I just checked the video. In a shocking twist, the Christian Bale comment is from Bancroft's friend, Vicky.
Yeah, it is. It's from Vicky.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I thought he was joking.
No, it is. That's what she said. She said it's not PTP. It looks like Christian Bale. I always try and draw on the stream. I always try and draw on the StreamYard when I'm doing this because I go from back and forth. D says, "What about a mullet?" No, I don't think I'm going to put a mullet on him.
Does he have eyebrow rings? He looks like the kind of guy that have eyebrow rings.
He doesn't have eyebrow rings, but he has what is this in the nose? Like a ball?
A nose ring.
Yeah, but it's called something now, like a septum piercing. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Yeah.
He has those.
Go ahead.
He has those loop ear things.
Oh, God, I hate them. They're the worst. Those loop ear things where they make that hole just ginormous. Like, who likes that?
Like a big hole, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
No, that's some messed up stuff.
Well, people like it. I don't know.
I mean, Mike, if you're going for someone you want to punch violently, you've nailed it with this guy.
Yeah, I'm looking up this blue dress, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so you Google it and you get 400 different photos of it. It's like I can't see it anymore, like without knowing. And so I don't even remember what I saw. I look at it.
You should be able to look at it. Blue, black, white, gold dress. I'll just bring it up,
but
you guys can tell me.
I see blue and gold.
You see blue and gold? I didn't think that's an option. Cal.
That's not even an option. I know. I'm like, all right, you know what? My brain is fried.
I will do it. I'll do it. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Okay. Open image in new tab.
I did find this, though, if you want to share. I thought that this was just as interesting to follow. And we could change this. Like, look, it's blue and now it's white. I'm fine with that. It's blue again. Oh, look, it's red.
All right. What color do you see here? What colors do you see here?
Blue and black.
See, I see blue and gold. I see light blue and gold.
Light blue and gold. I've never heard anyone say that. You're like, your brain is broken. I'm white and gold. Yeah. And I can't see it any other way. So I've seen the images where they adjust it so that I can see blue and black, but I can't see it in this original format.
I just see blue and gold.
That's weird. So this bit here, where can you guys see my cursor?
Yeah.
This bit here is blue to you, light blue.
It's like sky blue.
Yeah. And then these bits are black, right?
Those are
It's so funny.
That gold matches your background of gold.
Oh, sorry, that gold. Yes. Okay, so you're seeing gold and light blue. Yeah. And once you see it that way, you can't unsee it. It's so frustrating. I think that's how it works.
I wonder what colors Corey sees on that. That would be
he sees brown and
pink.
Dark brown. Brown and pink.
Sumo's with me, white and gold. Yeah. Same with Mo. Percy's faded black.
But wasn't the dress in question actually blue and black?
Blue and black. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really overexposed image. Just like what you would do in levels in Photoshop. But once you've seen it like that, and your brain accepts that that's the normal lighting, you can't unsee it. You can't go back. So it's like your brain has decided, and you can't. As far as I know, you can't like trick it.
Well, that's like it was. It's not traveling around anymore, but for a while, like, there was like this TikTok thing, and you'd listen to it. And it was like, what do you hear? It was like Green Needle, or there were a couple others, and no matter what, unless it would always sounded like whatever popped up on the screen.
Yeah. That's how the whole scare with the friggin' satanic messages happened. Like, people would just play things backwards and then write whatever the hell they want. And it sounds exactly like that. But if you don't do that, then it really doesn't.
I'm looking at Wolverine toys. Actually, I'm not drawing like I should be. Like, have that one, don't want that one. The one I want, I'll show you. So, like, everyone had this one, right? This was like the classic, yellow, right? So I actually keep them on my desktop because I can't find them anywhere. And it's this version. See, because this is like the original tiger stripe. See how thin it is?
Oh,
and he has the X.
The differences are just mind-blowing.
Like, I'm a collector, man. Like, this shit's hard to find. So, like, you can buy it in the triple pack, but a triple pack's like $150. So I'm not going to do that. And I just want him. I have Apocalypse. I have Beast. But like, so just to find him like that, it's been really, really hard. And then
your wife is like, if you buy another effing toy,
I will leave you. Yeah. And
why is his hand like this, Camel?
For jerking it.
Right. Okay.
He's
so
doing
we're clear.
The old OK symbol.
Yeah, he's got a chode cock
message.
Whereas Apocalypse has a little rinky dinky Twizzler cock. different. Yeah.
What's with his claws though? They look like spoons or something. They're all hooked.
Yeah, that's just how that one was. This is one of my favorites. This one, you guys can see. You see this one?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here he is. This one here. I like this one because his mask is on him. And like, he's got, and the claws are always out. And this one came with a talking backpack, but I don't, I get rid of that. But I like this one. This is the one.
Talking backpacks is where you draw the line.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't want any features.
I still love the story of Camel telling us about that really rare Batman he got. That's the only difference is it's got like a black buckle or some crap.
Yeah, the Estrella Brazilian Batman. It's $350. Actually, at this point, it's like $500.
Yeah, it's like the wrestling figures that I have. I thought I had all the figures. Apparently, it turns out I don't because one of my Undertakers has his hair's too dark. I need him with red hair. And so I need to get that now. And I think it's like $50. And if I had one of the I can't remember what his name is. He's such an obscure wrestler. But if he had like a moon on his belly, except instead of a star, he'd be worth like $20,000 or something. But as he is, he's just whatever.
Oh, you got the loser version?
Well, no, everyone did. They only printed a handful. I think they were like production samples that somehow got out there. And, sold. So
Jasper has over 400 Batman figures.
That's nice. Get in line.
You're like
does that mean you have more Camel?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Oh yeah. Mike, you didn't know this, Rob. Mike got a peek inside the Eiffel Tower the other day.
I did. No, the Ivory Tower, not the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, that's right. Sorry. I forget where I live. There's so many towers. Yeah, he got a peek inside the Ivory Tower and he saw all of the action figures waiting for their city to get built. So yeah, you saw all the Batman ones. There was a lot of Batman. And then I keep Marvel figures on the left and right of me in the office.
Did the DC figures fight the Marvel figures?
No, they're in different rooms. They're not allowed to.
You got to keep them separated.
Yeah,
they don't get along with each other.
Get the fuck out of here. They're in different universes,
Jasper's ready to sell.
That's the thing, though. You got these massive collections. It's it becomes a kind of a business to sell them. Well, that's what Steve Wurster did. He had so many figures. That's how he ended up making his living for years, just selling his Star Wars figures. But otherwise, it's like it's a whole thing.
I mean, like if I ever want to get rid of it, I could do it as a lot. And then you're really just selling it to another guy on eBay who's gonna take the time to sell them individually.
You lose heaps of money that way, though, wouldn't you?
You could. I mean, so like I have every single Keaton Batman figure ever made. Like from Kenner.
What's your most expensive thing that you've got? Like, what's the worth the most money?
Probably that black one I told you about. It's worth $500. Like, action figures are like sometimes they're worth a lot, but they don't really fetch comic book prices too often. I was still kicking myself about 20 years ago. I was gonna buy this Raphael who had a trench coat, and everyone knows the Donatello that had a trench coat. Everyone had that one, but they made one that was Raph, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted because there was one with blue weapons and one with yellow weapons, and they were both $100. And then I just never bought either of them. Well, they're both worth like $4,000 each today. So that's I kind of kicked myself on that one.
What's that on his jacket, Mike? That thing popping over.
Where?
Just under his cufflink, that thing.
Oh, that's the
No, that's to the left. No.
here.
Yeah, what's that
Here?
thing? Yeah, that.
Like I don't know, some sort of folded thing. I don't know. I would have looked at some friggin' trench coat like 5 years ago. And they're like, how does this dry? What does a trench coat sleeve look like? And now I just look at my own artwork and
Okay, cool.
it's a part of it. I don't know. I wear hoodies? I don't know these things.
Hmm. Who's he talking to here? Is he talking to Ella?
No. They're not going to come back in contact with Ella until the third book, but they are talking about Ella. So
She's so good at handstands.
You can infer from their body language what they're sort of like thinking here, I suppose.
So you guys had an amazing show the other day. You had like 350 people watching on Camel Nights. What happened? How did it happen? Etc.
I think it was a perfect storm because EVS had his birthday stream. He happened to end like seconds before, either right before we started or right after we started. I think Ballers had already ended. And so there were a lot of people who were looking for something to watch. And then the night before, I went on Jack's show. And the next morning, I woke up and I had 20 new subs. So I think that it was just, there were a lot of things going on that were positive, And then Malin came on because Sheila's computer is on the fritz. I got to figure out what's going on with her, because we need to fix that. But we had actually hit we had hit over 300 before Malin got on, so that was actually pretty cool. But once he got there, we stayed over 330, I think, all night. So it was a good episode. It was actually pretty short. We didn't do a quiz. And
when you started playing the thing, I was like, oh, that felt like really quick compared to what we normally do. But
usually we do 3.5 hours, and this was about 2:20, I think. And there was no quiz, but what really reason it went so fast was I pull about 15 to 20 stories for the first half of the show. And about, this time it was, I think I pulled 20 or 23 tabs, and 10 of them were Biden. And so like that segment just all kept moving into itself, and there wasn't a whole lot of conversation to be had in between as its own separate thing. So the segment kind of got condensed. But I mean, it's fine. Sometimes it's better just to wrap it up. So we'll see how we do next week. But
cool.
yeah.
What was the total? What was the big number? 350, 360?
I'd have to go check. I think it was.
I mean, that's like either way, whatever it is, like that's big time numbers. Like that's no joke.
Yeah, that's half of what
I think I've gotten that once in two and a half years of streaming. One time. So
the only time that
what was that stream? I remember that, Mike. I can't remember which one was that.
The only other time
was I talking about your boy Zach? Maybe?
I think it was your boy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The only time we hit numbers that big was it was over a year ago, and it was when Cecil came on and we were talking about the J-Doll guy. That was the day I found his videos, and we had about 340 people in the chat that night.
The day you discovered J-Doll.
I get zero credit for, but yeah.
Did you discover that dude, the doll guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a Camel Knights bit.
Wow.
But Cecil was there. It was very funny.
We watched a bunch of his stuff.
Yeah.
And then Cecil had him on his show, and I was on that show. And then he started going on more often. and I was like, well, I'm not going to go on every episode, but
That hand looks ginormous, Mike. Is that the right hand size?
I don't know. If it's wrong, I'll change it later. That's how I'd work. That's my cheat. After I get off air, I'm like, all right, what did I draw that's totally effed up? All right, zoom, like scale that down. I do that all the time.
it's like the Avengers meme, you know. What's your secret? I don't know how to. I never know how to draw.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly it, actually. You are right.
All my hands are bad. What a twist.
I tell you, though, not zooming in is friggin'... It is the best. Like, I back in the day, I would have zoomed in and, like, put all this stupid detail in, and then you zoom out, and then you realize, oh, it's totally mangled up. It's I got that from who did I get that from? I think it was Joe Catapano. He was like, I don't zoom in past a certain number. I was like, oh, that is so clever.
What do you guys think of this Wolverine? You like this one?
He looks special needs.
Yeah. He's got the patch suit, which I like.
I see what they're going for.
Yeah, it's this is what happens when, like, so this was a previews exclusive figure, and it came out like right at the tail end before Toy Biz lost the license. And so a lot of that stuff was all repaints. And like, yeah, this was just a repaint. And they were like, well, let's just make them look like, you know, the first cover of Wolverine #1, but it doesn't quite work.
I would think that if they would do him in that style, which is more cartoony, they would have a cartoon picture of him looking like that, so it made sense.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I think the body
I've seen
is
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I can do it like this. Like, what is this sword here? What? He has a Conan sword. What the fuck?
It's like it's bent too. Look how bent it is.
Yeah.
Can you highlight his face again? Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's not very good. And they make good faces for him, but they just, I don't know. Like, again, the body looks fine. I like his claws look a little better, you know? They don't look like crowbars. But, like, yeah, his face is Matt Damon.
I mean, the bar's pretty low. I mean, you could probably do better than that, Camel, yourself.
Yeah. Well, even this face is better. Oh, where did it go? Yeah, this one. I mean, I take it back. I take it back.
It looks like Phil Diaz before he had a haircut.
He has all the leads on his body. Yeah.
Catch you later, Mo.
See you, Mo.
Mo's had enough
Mo's getting
Wolverine talk.
upset that I'm just streaming these late night streams most of the time these days. Got to get back on schedule. It was funny. We had 150 people in here for just that show where I was just like showing off campaigns that had launched.
I like that show.
Yeah, it was good. I'll probably definitely do more of them. But yeah, on the other ones, it's like, yeah, it's real hard to get over kind of 50 or 60 because, you know, first one's up against the Jack Show and then the next one's up against the Ballers. The only other option I have is before the game show. That's another busy night too. It's just like, yeah, it's hard to find. It's hard to find times where it's like, you know, you can sort of have not like everyone is streaming.
Well, it sucks a lot too because you're working Mondays and Tuesdays, and if you weren't, those would be good days because those are
Yep.
usually pretty empty.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, like
Agreed.
and because there's tons of times that I'd be like, yeah, let's do that, and you can't. So. I have to get a lot of shit done. If we're gonna launch October 14th, I have at least 2 more pictures to do.
Trailer covers.
Covers
all done.
So the covers, the first set of covers are done. The second set of covers I'll start drawing once the campaign starts because they won't be offered till later anyway. And so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, like to launch, like I need to do the first day, exclusive cover, and then I'll also have to draw the what'll end up being the Camel Knights t-shirt that comes in the lunchbox. So that's gonna take a minute. So
if you want to do it right, there's a lot of prep you have to do. The whole.
Are you speaking in general, or are you talking to me?
In general.
Oh, okay.
In general, to you.
No, I agree. I mean, because I'm thinking about like when I launched Hail Salad, like I had a lot of stuff up that was ready to go, and it took a couple months to get it ready.
Yeah.
I don't want to just launch and be like, filler space, like it's coming soon. Oh, and then I have this triptych that I need to color. At least it's already inked, but I need to color it. So I have at least 3 major pieces that I need to finish.
What you don't want is anyone saying, "Oh, I didn't even know that was coming out," or "I didn't even know that launched." Like everyone has to know that this is happening.
Oh yeah,
and to get ready for it and everything. So that's what I think Reaper Destroyer did really well.
Yeah.
Jamie says Camel should do merch based off the dog alligator video.
Maybe an exclusive tier.
Divisive tier.
Members only. What's he saying to her in this panel, Mike? What's going on?
I don't know if he's saying anything. Let me have a look. No, he's not. Someone else is saying something. And she's saying, "Oh my God, Ella." She's like, she's distraught. Ella. Ella.
Ella from
You're putting me
Streetcar
through
Named Desire.
Ella.
Remember when Marlon Brando was screaming out Ella?
I don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he does. Sumo says, "Does he have one of those 2-finger rings? What a douche!" Yeah, I totally agree, man.
He has 2-finger rings. He has a skull ring. He has tats all over his body. It's PTP. I don't know what to say. But I made him before I ever knew of PTP, so I don't know what to tell you.
Steve says, "I heard you had a lot of action figures for sale. Camel, how much?"
No, nothing's for sale. They're all mine.
I'm standing up for James. I think he's a cool dude. He's misunderstood. He's got his own look. Look, it's not his fault, right? He's a trendsetter. It's not his fault that all these hippies decided to, copy his style and then ruin it for everyone else.
Dee's got a question here. He says, "Have you thought about having links to the CG Now calendar so it can get added to people's personal calendars?"
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I'm allowed to have multiple links on the calendar. Like I think creators would prefer if it linked through to their campaigns. But
Oh, Camel, loaded question. Are you doing,
My
because you're
favorite.
launching in October
Yeah.
14th, are you just doing Indiegogo? Are you doing Kickstarter? Are you doing a Shopify? What's the go there? Have you made any decisions?
It'll be Indiegogo. It'll be exclusive to Indiegogo. But the big reason, I mean, it's a special day because October 14th is my 40th birthday. So it'll be a party.
Shit.
Yeah.
How old's your wife?
And
Like
you
21
won't
or
be
something?
invited.
My
Still
wife's,
blows my
she
mind.
just turned 18.
My God.
I saw a fantastic meme just earlier of what's her face on Titanic? You know, the one that
I pulled that for Friday.
okay, cool. I won't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
Sorry,
great.
I apologize.
Yeah.
The only
That's fine.
reason, Camel, I know that your wife isn't 18 is because you could not handle listening to an 18-year-old female talk about anything. You'd go fucking
I would be
insane.
in jail. Why is Camel in jail? He murdered his 18-year-old wife. It's like, yeah, we're done. That's enough. I don't need to hear about whatever the fuck 18-year-olds talk about. You're
I
right.
wonder what they do talk about now. Like, it would be painful.
Well, when we had the wedding, my wife's little sister was in the back of the car with us and with her boyfriend, and they were probably about 17 or so. And it was a lot of like, oh my God, like that's totally like the toxic masculinity levels that we see in pre-K these days. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you crazy? I was just like, okay, that's enough out of this. Left him on the side of the road.
What happened to the large lady in your cop story? Oh yes, the fat chick, Camel, that you were ashamed of being in the car with.
I don't know. I never saw her again, thankfully. That was although I think, I don't know if it was later that night, but it might have been. I think it was the same party where I learned that if you ever want to get a girl to go away, just talk about another girl. So I just, she was following me around. And then like I used to have, before Action Figure City, there was Star Wars Village, okay? And it had all of the Star Wars guys, and it had all the cities, and they were all it was awesome. It was amazing. And so I very stupidly said, hey, do you want to go see Star Wars Village? And of course she said yes, because she just wanted to go up to my room with me. So as we're walking upstairs, I'm like, oh no, what have I done? Like, it just didn't even occur to me. And then she's like, loitering in my upstairs, like living room area. And I'm like, all right, well, and she goes, why don't we sit down? I was like, okay. So we sat down, and then I just like, oh, I know what I could do here. And so I just started talking about some other girl at the party, and I talked about her for like 20 minutes straight until eventually she knew it was never happening. And then she just got up and left. And I was like,
oh my God.
I did it. Praise Jesus. I figured out the code. Because a lesser man would have got a BJ or been like, whatever, I'm drunk. Like, no, absolutely not. It's quality over quantity here. And I never saw her again. What's that, Mike?
Standards.
Yeah, you gotta have them.
Standards.
Yeah.
What if she like turned out to be like Miss Universe or something now?
Good for her. I ain't fucking no fat chicks. I don't care if they're skinny now.
Turn their life around. Well, Miss Universe can be fat now. That's
also, yeah, that's a good point. Also, if she is Miss Universe now, it's because she got rejected by me and realized she needed to fix herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's flawless logic. No one can argue with that.
I think that's pretty flawless logic. You get rejected by a dude who collect Star Wars toys. Yeah, I go fix myself.
Oh my gosh. Sumo Thori for 10, Mike.
Are we going to skip over the fact that Camel's go-to line was, "Hey, you want to see my Star Wars city?"
Well, it wasn't a line. I wasn't trying to get her. I was like,
Thank you, Sumo.
yeah, I was just like, hey, you want to see my Star Wars city? And before I knew it, I was regretting that very, very fast.
I was fully expecting you to tell me like you got up there and you just jumped it straight out the window. That's what I was expecting.
No, see what happened was, so the parties we had were on the first floor, and then I had the whole top floor to the house. And so you could see Star Wars City at the corner of the staircase. And so she's like, "Oh, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Star Wars City." And I was like, "Yeah, you want to see it?" And then she's like, "Oh, of course." I was like, "All right." And then I realized, oh, that was dumb. I should have said, "That's nothing. Go away."
I just don't think anyone has as good stories about trying to pick up chicks as Camel does. I mean, you have anything, Mike? Any pearlers in there?
No, nothing that would even compare to Camel's.
Sad attempts, anti-attempts.
Yeah. I remember once, when we were very young, so we were like just kissing girls, like, I don't know, 14 or something. And we all went over to play pool at this chick's house. It was 3 of us best friends, guys, and there were 3 girls. There was the girl's house. She was pretty good looking. She was okay. Nothing, just a girl next door. One of the girls was like pretty smoking. So we were all kind of like
so awkward.
Trying to like impress her. And then there was the third wheel, who was this real ugly chick. I mean, she had nothing going for her. It was like Camel said, it was like never gonna happen. Don't even
like
we have to repopulate I was thinking,
the planet. Oh well.
on top of it's like completely unattractive and I'm not interested, I'm thinking, can you imagine the stories at school for the next 3 weeks when it gets out that I was like making out with this bush pig? So yeah, my other friend, the prick, he snagged the really good looking one. And so it was like between me and my friends for the decent one, he got her. So I'm just sitting there with this heifer, just like,
God,
and they're bad. Like, it's like a friggin', that 70s show where, it's a really big basement where they're in like different corners. And I'm just sitting there on the couch with this chick, just like, and we both exchanged looks. And she must have picked up on my vibe. It wasn't a like, so what do you think kind of look. It was like, this isn't happening sort of look. So I just went off and started doing my own thing. I'm like, I guess I'll go and put on a new CD or something. I don't know. I can't really remember what happened. But yeah, we didn't get closer than like a meter to each other. It was, I was proud. It's like, yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah. That look, though, wasn't "you want some." That look was, "I want ribs." That's what she was saying.
Yeah, she was like, "So do you want it?" And I'm like, "What? Go out to Macca's?" Yeah, all right, sure,
yeah.
whatever.
Do you want it? You want to get some? Get some what? Get some barbecue chicken? Oh, sure. Whatever.
Yeah. If you think this guy, during this guy's hands is awkward, this chick, Amita, I mean, I need like mountains of reference to get all of her jewelry right.
Is
she whispering?
This? Is he like this?
He's standing with her and he's holding her. She's doing this. That's what you need to know. She's doing
Oh, okay.
this.
So this
She's like,
isn't his
"Oh."
strong arm on the other end.
No, that's her.
Okay, I'm like, what am I looking at? All right.
It must take my strong hand. Yeah.
No, that hand's not strong enough. How is that possible?
Where did Perth go?
I don't know. I didn't see where it went.
He says, "Oh, I said no." He says he went there back in the day. He was like, "Screw it, I'm jumping in. You never know where you're gonna get another meal. I'm going in." Crumb says, "Damn, he rejected her in metric." Yeah, I do all my rejecting in metric. No, I wasn't taking a bullet. No way, Sumo. No, my friends were doing great.
You didn't need to take the bullet.
They were they were doing just fine.
Here's the twist. She was taking the bullet.
Oh, snap.
Who knew? Yeah.
It was all clothes on.
Who's gonna get with Mike tonight? I guess I'll do it.
I
You
think
guys have
I
fun
think
with the good-looking guys.
Adults would call it heavy petting. You know, they come up with like weird words for this shit. And there wasn't anything else going on. I got to see how what is it? Her left? What hand is that? That's her left hand. What the hell is on her left hand? All right, actually, it's not that bad. I know it is. Oh, fuck. All right, here we go.
You know,
Jamie says Bancroft rode the moped. Maromi says Bancroft won't jump on a grenade. No. Bancroft rollerbladed away into the night.
We did. But all together, when it was time to go home, we all put on our rollerblades and rollerbladed away into the night.
But did she go in a wheelbarrow and you could just push her in the wheelbarrow?
No, they stayed there. They were having a sleepover.
They talked about you guys.
Oh, they totally did. They were like, "So why didn't you kiss Michael? He gave me this stare like he was about to stab me, so I didn't want to get close."
He gave me that. You like? Did you give him the "I'm hungry for Krispy Kreme" stare? Like he's like you choke you, bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I gave him the "I want burrito" stare, and that didn't work. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it didn't work. All right.
I don't think I have any regretted hookups. Everyone was a good one, you know. There was never one where I was like, "Well, that was bad. That was a bad idea."
What was I thinking?
Yeah, that never happened, thankfully.
I picked up 3 chicks in one night once. Never done anything that cool in my entire life.
I got 2 in one night. I made out with one, and when one went to the bathroom, I made out with her friend. Yeah.
I made up with a chick, but she had to get her stomach pumped afterwards. I still get that as a win.
Oh.
I was, I'm going to say 16. I was at a party. This girl, she hit onto me. I was like, win.
She hit onto you?
And yeah.
Sounds so funny.
He's Australian.
Like, yeah, she approached me. And I was like, of course, let's go. And I said, we got another party coming up in a week or so. Do you want to come over? And it was way like 16. You know, we didn't have cars or anything. We didn't have cars when we're 16 here, Camel.
You know, okay.
Nah, everything has to be like organized and shit. It's a nightmare. And this poor girl managed to get out to this party. She didn't know anyone. She didn't even really know me. And she came out, and I'd gotten my hands on one of those like flask-sized bottles of Jim Beam or something. You know, not like a big bottle, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Probably the equivalent of about this much. It was way too much for my slight 16-year-old frame. And I was drinking it the whole night. She came over. I didn't even think we kissed. I passed out. And like I remember she was like, I'm gonna get a taxi home. Like I was so drunk. She must have been so pissed. And I said, I'll wait with you. And I leant down onto her shoulder and I kind of closed my eyes. And then I opened my eyes and it was the following morning at about 11 a.m.
Oh.
And I was like, what happened? I felt like I just got teleported forward and everyone was laughing at me. And I was like, what happened? What happened? It's like, you were like out of it for ages, but you were awake, but no one could contact you. And I completely passed out. And yeah, funnily enough, she wanted to go out again after that. I don't know I don't know why. I must have impressed her with my aloof drunkenness. But yeah, that's what I did.
Did you go out again, or?
I think I said, you know what? It's just too hard. We live. I think I literally said this. We live like too far away from each other. It was like 2 suburbs over. It's just it's too hard. It's too much hassle. You know, it wasn't meant to be.
Was she good looking?
She was all right.
Oh, so that's why.
Some-
Yeah, so it's because she's good looking. A dude will travel across the country.
Oh, if she was smoking, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I was like, I don't think it's like for what we're getting. And she wore corduroys a lot. Like,
who wears
corduroy jeans?
Like Blossom?
And they had this. I remember they had this really dusty feel to it, like I was touching an old couch. And I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I was, yeah. That was at 16. That was a deal breaker for me. I remember.
Corduroy. I used to have.
She was like, look at these 3 studs.
I used to have a book about a bear named Corduroy. Do you guys remember that? Which is that big in Australia? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't remember. Was it one book or was it a series? I don't remember at all. But
who cares?
I don't know why it just popped into my brain.
Someone asked who's drawing PTP. Everyone is going around saying they think this guy's a douche, and then on the other side of their mouth, they're saying, "Oh, look, it's PTP." I don't know if you guys know what you're saying. No comment.
I mean, he does look like a douche. I'm not saying he looks like PTP. He just looks like a douche.
He's not a douche.
Dude, he's got those earlobe earrings.
Yeah, he does.
Hey guys, we are 1 email from 360. So if you haven't gotten on, go check it out. 360, and you'll get a link to that 20% off the shoebox tier. I didn't. Oh yeah, Felix put the link in the email in the chat. But we came up with that day for it seemed to. I think it'll be good for a couple of reasons. I think one, we'll be done before Christmas, so we're not worrying about getting sales after Christmas, which I don't really want to have to think about. And then, we'll be able to have a Black Friday special and maybe even a Cyber Monday. I think it'll be a fun campaign.
Oh, it's going to be good. And especially given that it'll be just after everyone's getting their book.
Oh, yeah. Like everyone will be getting that. Everyone will be getting Shane's book. Hopefully they'll be getting Cecil's book. Like it'll hopefully, there'll be a lot of momentum going on.
Mm-hmm. Billy says, hang on. What does Billy say? He says, Amita is the smoking hot chick in the Lucent. He must have something going on.
Yeah, but chicks like douches. So, I mean, that doesn't mean anything.
He's very tall compared to her. They like that. Look, I like him. I think he's cool. He talks.
I wish I was him. He's a self-insert.
Well, if I still had that beard, you saw that beard the other day? Yeah, Camel. Did you see that, Rod?
No,
I've never seen you with a beard.
What beard?
Oh, Mel. Oh, that
Oh wow! Hang on.
Hang on,
terrorist.
it's showing my address there. Hold on a sec.
Mate, bring that back. Yeah, get
I
that back
would.
on
It's
ya.
just I don't think Mel. I think Mel loves it. I like it. It's not bad.
Well, Mel ain't here.
That's good. Now, did you take that picture when you got your medallion, or did that come after? Oh, you guys don't have medallions there. You don't know that.
Medallion. I'm like, what joke are
talking
you
about?
making? What joke are you
So
making? No, we
in the
just have
States,
licenses.
in the States, if you guys want to drive a cab, you have to have a medallion. So-
Right, I get you. No,
Yeah.
no.
Dying Daisy YouTube says, chicks like douches, so it doesn't mean anything. I once got with 3 chicks in a night. Rob Arnold. It's fair.
He said it. I mean,
I'm looking at the Krishna Kid campaign. Have you checked this out, Mike? I mean, I know you've had him on.
yes, I have. I looked at it in that video too. It's like 50% funded, I think.
Yeah.
Billy's actually attached to that book. He's got art in there. Billy and Matt Barr, and then obviously the Indian bloke. I don't know his name. Who's drawing it? Sumo says Camel still catches cabs, and Jane Max says Rob isn't a douche. There you go, Rob.
There's still
And
cabs in like the cities. Like I haven't caught a
Yeah.
cab in years, but yeah, there's still.
Yeah, I don't see them anymore anywhere.
Don't like Americans have to pay like a crazy amount of money for like their cab
It's like
license?
$900,000. It's
It was
insane.
exactly the same here, Rob. It was exactly the same.
It's
And
insane.
it was essentially done as a way there was New York Times did a piece on it, and it was like they were really just like abusing these guys, and they were like, because they knew they'd come over here, they would sign pretty much anything to get their medallion, and they would split the car with 2 other drivers and the medallion with 2 other drivers, and thinking that they're going to pay this thing off, and the state would just keep raising the rate. And the assumption was they kept raising the rate was because they knew that eventually Uber and Lyft were going to take over, so that it was never going to get paid. And so they were just like, they're going to be on the hook forever. And it was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's real unfortunate for people who got caught up in it. But like at the same time, when this sort of disruption happens, there's no stopping it. It's coming.
and the guys are immigrants and they don't know, and they don't read the fine print, or they didn't understand it, or they were lied to, or they were and it was really kind of pretty kind of sucky.
You need a license to be a barber in the US. It's crazy.
You do? Is that true? I've never heard of that.
It's probably
I mean, I'm not denying it. I've never heard of that.
We still don't have our internet back, by the way.
What's the go? What's happened there? What happened, Mike?
I got no idea. I got to call them after this. See what the hell is happening.
But it happened on Thursday. So how have you called them about it yet?
Yeah.
What did they say?
They were like, "Yeah, we've got you a new what's it call it? No, it's not coming out. Why can't I say the word?
Connection,
I told you I cannot.
router.
No, like a
Modem.
plan, a new plan. They put us on a plan,
They
but it's not
put
working.
you on a plan, but the internet's
What are they, the
not
mob?
working.
What are you, like 2 points? We're gonna put you on a plan, okay? It's gonna be okay now.
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking.
I don't understand that though. They put you on a plan and then your internet stops working. That doesn't make any sense.
No, our internet connection was suspended because we were still on, what's it called?
ADSL 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well, they kept trying to put us on to NBN, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, great, yep, put us on, sign us up, and they're like, all right, we'll do that. All right, it's all locked in. It'll happen in a week, and then nothing happened. And then 2 months later, 3 months later, we get a call back, hey, do you want to go on the NBN? Like, yes, you were all already supposed to be doing it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, well, we'll do it. Yep, sure. Okay, here we go. And then nothing happens, and then eventually it's just like, you're off. It's like, oh, so now I call them up and they're saying, oh, yeah, you didn't upgrade to NBN. Oh,
NBN is our national broadband network, and it's shit. They've spent like $80 billion on it,
Mike
and
was
it's
telling me.
already outdated. It's just crazy. John says it'd really be a shame if something happened to your beautiful internet connection.
It's a real nice internet connection you got there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly it. All right, now I gotta find pictures of Amita. What does she look like?
It's funny how that works, you know, like you draw something, an entire comic, and it's like you still need reference sometimes. You're like,
all the time. I'm just like, every time.
Like every time, like even every page of Hail Salad. I mean, I had drawn every one of these guys in 9 episodes of the cartoon. And I'm just like, I still have references. I still have shit all over. Just like, especially Zach. Because Zach has all this fucking stupid shit on him. And I was just like, I'm never drawing anyone this complicated again.
Well, this is really boring, but like, how fast is your internet, Camel? Like, do you know what the speed is?
Not really. No, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Fast enough. I know we have like the slowest internet in the world, apparently. And that's not an exaggeration.
Like, they'll make a big deal, like, everyone's going to get 100 megabytes, and like, that's okay. It's pretty good. But the reality of it is, like, only certain places get that. Like, we're on like 22 megabytes, which is okay, but it's not incredible.
22 is nothing. 22 is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, we have worse internet than third world countries, so here you go.
Although, I mean, the internet here is like, it's good until it's not. I mean, like on Friday's show, it started to rain and I had to cut down to 360 so that I could stream. It was like, fucking, what is this, 2016?
Holy AOL. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they tried to put me on when I called them up. They were like, oh, so what do you do? And I describe what I do and, what we need. And he said, oh, we'll put you on the 25 megabyte plan. I was like, no, you won't. What are you talking about? And that's like, and that was even under what we were paying now. So at least put us on the 50 megabyte plan. And then we'll see how that goes with the streaming. If I need to upgrade it, I can upgrade it after that.
Weird that they'd want to start you out so low, because like here they're like, what do you got, 4 phones? Okay, you're gonna need 8 gigs a month. And you're like, I don't think I need all of that shit. Like, what are you, crazy?
I reckon they're like, we don't want to overwhelm the system or something like that.
Here they just like, just sell it to them. Just fucking, we'll throttle them anyway.
Well, Red's in the house, man. He did a review on my books earlier. It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Well, I don't think he did it. He facilitated it because I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he's read the
facilitated
book.
D says Aussie Broadband is who I use. They are very good. Tempted. Get that space connection. Is that going to work though? That God, what's it? The Elon Musk satellite internet thing.
Starlink?
Is that gonna? Yeah, is that actually going to work?
It is working, right? I mean, there are places that have it. Apparently, it's super fast.
Is it?
He launched it. He launched the satellites in like March of 2020. And like, so certain places were getting rolled out early. And now I think it's becoming more mainstream.
Is it really expensive though?
I don't know if it's expensive as much as it is just location based. You know, like Google Fiber. Like Google Fiber is amazing, but it's not even that expensive. It's just if it's not in your city, it's not in your city. Because they have to run new lines. They have to run new pipe. So all the internet that most people have is from old pipe and from old lines. So
Yeah,
it's like
that's the issue we have here.
Yeah, it can only go so fast. It's like pushing a turkey through a straw. So it's like it doesn't. They have to tear it up and they have to put new stuff down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's $140 a month. You'll also need to pay $930 in hardware fees. Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap.
Rob, you'll be excited to know that another building is about to be erected in Action Figure City.
Oh, I can't wait. What is it? Tell me more.
Let me bring up pics of it. I don't have it yet because it's coming, but let's see here.
Awesome one says, "Is that why when Mario dies, he's miraculously alive?" Bancroft. No, that was a streaming glitch. Trust me. When I died, and I died plenty.
Dude, I can't believe how that final level went. You were one hit away from killing Bowser and finishing off Mario 3. Then your fucking internet goes out, and then Camel just ends the fucking stream.
That was the best
This
part.
is doing cackle.
That was the best.
That must be how that fat chick felt when she went up to Camel's room. Like, it's all gonna happen. I'm gonna get some love and it's gonna end and it's gonna be amazing. And Camel's like, nah, see ya.
Nope, see ya. Time for some Bobby Brown. Good night, everybody. Get the fuck out of here. All right, let me show you. Yeah, the chat went wild. That was hilarious. They were just like, got blue balled on Mario 3.
Oh, dude, we've been waiting.
At least you proved that they actually did care, because they were complaining a lot about it being torture. So they did
this
care.
is the Daily Bugle. I actually used to have this when I was a kid, but it's a good side piece. You just put it, you put some buildings behind it, and then on the inside, you can see here. There's I mean, it's made out of paper, which is kind of annoying, but it's all the yellow parts are plastic. But I was able to get a good deal on it, so I was like, yeah, I should probably just pick it up now.
What's a good deal on that?
It was $100, brand new in the box, and I'm convinced it's because the eBay ended in the middle of the day on a weekday, and I think it was mislabeled. Because I've seen it go for like $350 in the box. So yeah, so hopefully this will get here soon, and I'll build it.
What is that that container of green liquid there?
Oh, it came with Venom Ooze, and you could put it in the the water tower, and you push it down, and it would come out of the spout here.
Sick.
And you could put it into the there's a dumpster here.
Pork Hunt for $5. In 1999, a dude at my uni downloaded a pirated version of the Phantom Menace and
So
crashed
cool.
our entire state's internet dial-up.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Kids don't know. They just don't know what we had to go through. I can remember, God, now we're really going back. I was probably like 13, and I don't know how we got this, but there was a link to an image of a nude woman, and we were trying to get to it, and it was like, I don't even remember there being big images on the computer at the time anyway. And it was downloading, and we were stressed because it was like Mission Impossible. We knew my mum was coming home, so there was a countdown, and it was going line by line like that. It was taking forever, and it got down to our like chest. We were like, there was, I don't know how many of us were, at the computer, like, come on. just for a static picture of a nude woman on the computer.
People don't know the struggle.
Yeah, they really don't.
Kids these days, their TikToks and their incels.
Crom says, and it probably wasn't even nude. It was Gillian Anderson in her underwear.
Probably.
Oh.
God, Gillian Anderson was all right back in the day.
She's better
I used to really like Lucy Lawless back in the day. I used to think she was so hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Lucy Lawless? No,
Yeah.
not my type in any way. I always looked at her as like a mother. She just looks like a mother.
She has
to me.
mom face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom bod. No thanks. I like, what was it, Gabrielle, the sidekick.
Who?
She was annoying, Camel.
Yeah, but she was younger,
Are you talking about the Xena show?
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched it. I don't know.
I was more of a Kevin Sorbo kind of fan.
Oh, he's a D-bag, Kevin Sorbo.
No, I don't. I actually never liked Hercules. I always thought Hercules was goofy, but I did like watching Xena.
Model V says Camel likes some groomable.
Let me show you how to play with some toys.
Sumo Thori for 10, Mike.
Waiting for Bancroft to draw these boobs feels like waiting for nudes to download back in the day. They're covered up, man. I mean, I can. Thank you, Sumo. All right, just for Sumo. Let's do these boobs.
I'm trying to find a sexy pic of Lucy Lawless to prove my point, and I'm struggling.
Yeah, it's not coming up short, huh?
Yeah,
forthcoming.
It's not happening.
Yeah, you were. I mean, at least with 7 of 9, even though she as well was a bit. I don't know.
7 of 9 was
me.
so hot. She was amazing.
She's all right. You know who I used to like? Topanga. On Boy Meets World.
No.
You don't know Topanga?
It sounds familiar.
Topanga was like, that was like the first girl I liked that was on TV. We were at the same age though, I mean, she was 13, I was 13. It was like I was watching these in my 30s, and I was like,
Danielle Fischel. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, this is great.
Poor cunt says Camel liked Blossom. I did not like. I thought Blossom was terrible. She was goofy looking. I thought the show was terrible.
All the girls I grew up with looked like Blossom.
Yeah.
Like that was the era. It was
Here
very
we go.
disappointing.
Camel's biggest crush of his entire life.
Well, that's a bad pick. It's also, I think she's like at the show's over at that point. You know, you want to find a younger picture of.
What do you think, Mike? How does she rate?
Well, let me see if I can find a good pick. Let me see if I can find one.
Maybe when she was younger and she had less,
Mouth.
her face wasn't as full.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find the picture of the girl that I was into. Oh, here we go.
Felix says Camel only watched Blossom to see Joey Lawrence.
Well, she's still kind of goofy looking, but you know, it's again, it was on TV and I take it all back. I don't know what I was thinking. I take it all back.
Wait, are you sharing it? I want to share. I want to see the image you got.
Nah, I don't want to do it anymore.
He doesn't.
I don't want this game sucks.
You've ruined your childhood memories.
No, I'll show you. Yeah, it's just like she's young, you know. You gotta remind yourself that I was like, 13. So
Right.
yeah,
Yep.
very young. How about this one? Yeah, now I don't know.
I remember that was a look in the early 90s.
Yeah, like the
massive
hair.
Yeah.
Jennifer
trying to
Connelly.
He's got that big American smile.
Yeah. Let's see this one. She looks all right there too. Although I don't remember her. Didn't she marry the other dude? I can't remember. I can't remember this show. I know that
What
was
do you
Fred
guys think-
Savage's brother.
What
I
do you
barely
think of
even remember
Jennifer
this show.
Connelly?
She looks good here.
Jennifer
She looks more
Connelly.
normal. You know?
Did you say, what do you think of Jennifer Connelly?
Yeah, what do you think of Jennifer Connelly?
I
She's
don't care.
incredibly beautiful.
I think she's
Yeah.
boring as white rice.
Yeah, you only go for weird blossom looking chicks.
Hey, I took that back at least, you know. I mean, she looks like a psycho in all these pictures. I'm like,
Yeah, she's got the eyes, huh? She looks
yeah,
like
that's what it is.
She's gonna
like,
friggin' scratch your car up or something.
it's like that scene in Roger Rabbit where like the daggers come right out of his like,
She's hot as hell and still as hot as hell. Yeah, she's really she's very attractive, but I don't know. I just don't find her. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. I don't know why.
Who's that?
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, I always thought she was a little bland.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
How your membership's going, Mike? You got 80 people in here right now.
Yeah, since the whole gifting memberships thing has sort of been screwy, it has been difficult to replenish. I think they're at like 170 or something like that, just off the top of my head. I haven't been making any videos because of the internet situation. And so I haven't really been pushing it much either. But I'm not unhappy. Oh, actually, we've got people who are now white-faced dicks in the chat.
Oh,
If
lovely.
you've seen that? Yeah, there was I think let me have a look here. A lot of them are wrenches. Let me see if I can find one. Devilfish, he's a white-faced dick.
And how do you become a white-faced dick, Mike? What's the
6 month
difference?
members.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah. So thank you very much for all you dicks out there.
Mm.
I'm thinking about becoming a Pain member. It's on my
wow.
It's on my thought list.
Thank you. Jeremy Burtz is a white-faced dick. How, brother? Thank you very much.
Great.
KSS says, I was born a white-faced dick. Well, you keep it up, buddy.
Molded.
You will have the proof in emoji form.
What do you guys think of Alexandra Daddario?
Who is that?
Do you think she's hot? This chick. Can you see her? Zoom in.
What is she in? I don't even know.
Is she the it? Is she the new it girl? Like she's in everything. Is that her?
She's in that movie with The Rock where the skyscrapers fall down. It might be called Skyscraper. She's in the new Baywatch. She was in True Detective season 1.
I might be thinking of a different girl. They have a similar face, like dark brunette, deep set eyes.
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Kind of a square, roundish face.
She looks like any basic, whatever.
Camel's hard to please.
Perth says she's getting a bit old now, but she should have played Rogue. I did not understand the casting of Rogue in like the first X-Men movies.
Yeah,
like
she's hideous.
Terrible.
Even I was watching.
No, he's right.
We were watching all the old X-Men movies, and my wife was like, "This is, that's the girl from Bloodlines, or is that what's the name of this?
True Blood."
And
True
I was
Blood,
like, "Yeah."
yeah.
She goes, "God, she's hideous." I was like, "I know." She goes, "This was her first role." I was like, one of them." And she's like,
No.
cast
She
her.
was in one of those 90s TV shows, I'm pretty sure. Like,
What's
a
her
bit
name?
like
Anna Paquin? Is that it? Anna Paquin?
Yeah, Anna Paquin.
I think she may have been a child actor.
But the thing is that Rogue was like gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know?
She's like Psylocke. It was like Rogue or Psylocke. Who do you like, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, they got this fucking butterface bimbo. I'm like, oh, fuck this. And my friend, went to school with her, and he made out with her.
With Anna Paquin.
Anna Paquin, yeah.
You would have jumped out the window if you saw her. There's no way you're taking up to Star Wars City.
Sorry.
And what did he say about it?
Club. Yeah, they went to Columbia. Or maybe, I don't know if he made out with her. Maybe his roommate made out with her. But, yeah, I guess they were just like, yeah, they said she was really boring.
I always find the casting of that movie really, really strange because they got some of it just so right and some of it was just like, why?
Terrible. Yeah.
Why that person?
Well, if you remember, Hugh Jackman was quite controversial at the time. He'd never done anything like that. Can you put more layers of fabric over her boobs, Bancroft? Sumo. No, that's what she's wearing. I'm not going to change. I can't change it now. It's she did have him out a little bit in Waking Dream. She didn't have a jacket on, but she covered them up. She has big boobs and she has a big butt. She's
But to make it okay for Mike, he has to cover
Northern
them
Indian.
up.
Good for her.
It's what she's wearing out of there.
This was such a weird casting. Vinnie Jones is Juggernaut.
I don't even know who that is.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Who
you
is
don't know
that?
Vinnie Jones?
Tell me what he's in. I don't know.
He's a UK actor. He's in all those movies like Lock, Stock.
He's an ex-footballer, and he was like a thug
yeah.
footballer.
No idea.
Very weird. Dine Dave says, "What's her face was equally bad choice for Psylocke." At least she's attractive, though. I mean, that's.
I never got the Olivia Munn love. I was like, what was the movie that put her on the map? I don't know. I knew her playing herself on Entourage. That's where I found out who she was. I was like,
I didn't even know she was in Entourage.
She was in.
Oh no, wait, that was Mandy Moore.
The Network.
I don't even know what she's from then.
She's in The Network. I don't know if you saw that.
Nope.
With the guy from Dumb and Dumber. I don't know. She was famous from like she was on that the newsroom. Yeah, she was famous from that video game thing.
Oh, she was a G4 girl.
She was a TV presenter.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a G4?
And then who somehow made it into mainstream movies. That's all right.
Oh, but what they did to Apocalypse Camel was that was amazing.
Yeah, that was. Well, you know, it's funny you bring that up. We started watching that one tonight.
Wow.
You know, that's where we are in the. You know, we're watching them in order, and yeah, we're like probably 30% through, and I'm like, this is terrible. It's like it's. So
I just
boring.
found out that that's the Moon Knight guy.
Oh yeah, Jason. No, Oscar Isaac, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look at this, right? This is Apocalypse here.
I know. I mean,
and this is what they've done.
They went heavy with the like Egyptian thing, and they didn't need to, and they shouldn't have. They should have. I don't know. They should have had Lawrence Fishburne play him, and just like have a really deep voice. He doesn't have a deep voice. He's like he doesn't come off particularly.
Yeah, but Lawrence
threatening.
Fishburne is fat now.
Well, when did this come out? 7 years ago? 8 years ago?
I like that one where he's looking at a skull or something. That's a cool. That's
this
cool
one.
design. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also like a controversy with this because one of the billboards had him holding up Mystique by the neck, and they were like, "Oh, it's you know that one, yeah." And there was like a big problem because you know patriarchy or whatever. It's like it's a fucking
because the bad guy's doing bad things.
Yeah, right.
The chick that played Mystique in the first X-Men movies was really hot. That's Rebecca Romaine Stamus, I think.
Yeah.
Rebecca Romaine. Yeah, that's
she was smoking.
She's all right.
She'll do. And you know what? I would invite her up to see Action Figure City, and I wouldn't kick her out. How about that?
Wow. She
Yeah.
must be something else.
Next level, you know?
I can't believe they went from this is what they're working off or this and this is what you've ended up with. It just like
oh yeah.
People
Like
should
the
be
jaw.
fired for
They
that.
messed the jaw up. Apocalypse has that, you know? It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, Apocalypse is like this really physically intimidating bad guy, and they've made him look like some sort of weird Smurf. I don't know.
Well, he looks like Isaac. What's his name? Like the Ooze guy from the Power Ranger movie. Ivan Ooze, whatever his name was.
I didn't see the Power Ranger movie.
Let me see if I can find it. I think it's Ivan Ooze.
Perth says Rebecca Romaine was the best Mystique. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Share my screen. There he is.
Dude, it's like a dead ringer.
It's like you want Power Ranger baddie. All right. Well, that's why would you do that?
It does. Oh my
It's
God,
not far off.
It's not. I mean, it's the same nose. It's like not quite the same complexion, but it's like the same facial structure.
The only different thing is like the chin. He's got like weird things on his chin, and the rest is pretty similar.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I really liked the new X-Men movies. Like Days of Future Past? That was what was the first one of those? I enjoyed that. I didn't like any of the others afterwards.
Well, there's First Class,
First Class. I like that one.
First
That was
Class is good. I liked Days of Future Past, although I did rewatch it recently, and it about an hour and 10 in, it starts to drag. You know, it's just
Is that the one with Quicksilver's scene?
Scroll
He's
to the
doing
bottom.
the
again.
Yeah, yeah,
Someone's
yeah.
made the comparison, apparently.
I like that scene.
I like, yeah, right after it's like right after that scene, the movie just kind of hits a brick wall. Actually, it's when everything goes to shit in that movie when they stop the assassination from taking place, and then like Wolverine has like a flashback of Stryker, and then it just like goes it's like they didn't know what to do. And then the whole team breaks up and they don't know how to like get everyone back on track. And if in the comic, for those of you who don't know, like the comic kind of ends at that scene. The comic kind of ends when they stop the assassination. So there was like an extra hour that isn't anywhere. And so they had to make it all up, and it just doesn't work very well.
Someone's compared them.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I couldn't have been the first one to make that connection. They do. They look exactly. I mean, they look like brothers.
Oh, is another one.
Oh, jeez. Even their armor looks the same.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. What's people saying? First Class was good. Days of Future Past was decent, but all movies after sucked ass. Man, the drop off in the quality of those movies is crazy. Like
That's
all
not true,
across
though.
the
Like,
board.
Logan was like nominated for an Oscar, wasn't it?
I didn't like Logan.
I didn't like Logan either.
I actually didn't like Logan either, though. But it's still critically acclaimed.
It was like nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens, whole heap of action, nothing happens, and rinse repeat for the rest of the movie. I didn't like it.
I actually felt the same about the Wolverine, the one where he goes to Japan. I mean, that's a boring movie too. I'm just like, I don't know what it is, but maybe we were starving for content back then. But like, yeah, they don't hold up.
Yeah.
In fact, I as someone who's been watching all of them for the last 2 weeks, I think the only one to me that really holds up is X2.
I think Magneto, Ian McKellen was a terrible choice for Magneto.
What?
Yeah.
That's some fighting words.
Dude, I mean,
about?
he doesn't look like Magneto at all, man.
Wrong.
Looks like a frail little old guy.
That's actually what made him be awesome. I think that was a really good take on the character.
I don't like it at all.
Because he's so physically frail, but so unbelievably powerful. I thought it was a good take. I thought he had a lot of gravitas. He brought a lot of gravitas to superhero movies when it was needed. The interactions, the scenes between Patrick Stewart and McKellen were just probably some of the best scenes in all of Marvel put to screen.
Yeah, that's like there's a lot of that X2, like when he escapes, which I really liked. I actually think that X2 you might be able to call it a perfect movie, because there's almost nothing in that I would change, or it doesn't make sense, contradicts itself, a shot that doesn't work. I mean, it all really like everything lines up to the point where by the time you get to the end, like everything makes sense. And I don't know. A lot of the X-Men movies don't do that. Not as well as that one did.
I'm trying to think of which is the worst movie out of like all of them that we've seen.
Oh, it's got to be Wolverine.
Origins.
Yeah.
The one with the Deadpool with the mouth.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The one
that
where
one was like shocking.
He's driving on his bike and he digs his claws into the ground to turn around. I mean, that was tough to watch.
Yeah, there's like, there's that scene where he's in the bathroom and it looks like a Roger Rabbit. I mean, it's like the claws are so like they look like cartoons. And he cuts the sink in half. It's amazing that they were like, print, it looks good. And then they suddenly introduce Gambit like 2/3 into the movie. And it's like, and then he just never comes back. I mean, it's too many cooks. They had too many cooks in there.
I think Gambit's one of my favorite characters from that series. And I imagine a lot of other people like him too. The fact that he didn't really get utilized at all is very weird.
The reason was like in the cartoon, I liked Gambit a lot.
Yeah.
But it was because he was so similar to Wolverine and they didn't want two competing jackasses on camera. So they essentially merged personalities with Gambit and Wolverine, and that's why they made Rogue his like number 2, and they got rid of Jubilee. And it was so it was like that's why all those relationships formed how they did, which really wasn't the greatest. I mean, there was never. I mean, look, if someone wants to correct me, by all means, but I don't ever remember a Wolverine Rogue relationship in the comics. That was not a thing, or like even friendship. I don't even remember that.
I think Gambit had like one of the more interesting power sets. And really cool design as well, character design. I think it's surprised. I want to find that bike scene because that's just insane.
Which bike scene?
Where he's riding a motorbike. Like he's trying to get away from a helicopter or something. And he digs his claws in and makes the bike spin around.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that.
Did you like Hugh Jackman though, Camel? Do you think Hugh Jackman did a good job?
I heard an interesting fan pick the other day saying that Oscar Isaac should be Wolverine. And I thought, actually, that might be good. Because he is
the Moon Knight guy.
Yeah, like because he's shorter and he has a very specific look. And I think he can do rage. And I always thought Hugh Jackman, although he played him fine in the movie, like he made him his own character. But like, he's too tall. I don't know. I mean, I never got the sense that I was ever afraid of him. Like, you shouldn't really like be afraid of Wolverine, but like, he should be kind of a loose cannon. Like, you don't know what he's gonna do. And Hugh Jackman always played him like, no, like I'm a good guy at heart. And I'm only going to attack you if you're attacking my friends. And I never thought that was a good idea. I always thought like, no, he needs to be a borderline anti-hero, and they didn't do that right.
Mike, can I show this without sound?
Yeah, should be able to.
This scene for me is just the craziest thing.
It's so 2000s too, it's just like, the CGI and like the big stupid fucking green screen. And
it's like nothing about it is like physically realistic. Like it doesn't match reality. There's no effect on anything. Like his hand just goes right through.
Well, the guy who directed this, he won Sundance, I think the year before or something, with some movie about some little African kid. And it was like, I don't know how or why they decided to give him this giant tentpole action flick. And that's what he made. It was like, it was a cliche. Like even that scene ends with Wolverine walking away from a giant explosion. and it was like he didn't know how to do it. There's a scene too in that movie where he's going like this with a fire escape. See if you can find that, Rob. That's hilarious. And the fire escape. What's that?
In Wolverine?
Yeah. Do Wolverine fire escape. It's the worst. It's when he's in the alleyway fighting with I think he's fighting Gambit.
Dying Day says, this stream makes me realize how many concessions we made to this movie just to see an X-Men movie on the big screen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this was back when I would go and see these things at the theater. I don't
could you imagine?
And they made 12 of them. It's not like they made 4, you know?
Wow. Dean says it's like a Bollywood movie. It
Yeah,
really
it
is.
is.
Like, it does
really
not
is.
hold up, does it?
No, actually, the best part I think of that movie is Liev Schreiber as Sabretooth. That I thought that was great. He really plays like this like scumbag. But, you know, we never see him again. And then the character totally changes by X1 to be whoever the actor was, that wrestler. And then it was just like, you know, who barely has any lines. It's just everything, like the movies don't even make sense, you know, connecting to each other.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it at all.
All right, let me see if I can find
They've
it.
scrubbed it from the internet.
Yeah, really.
They do have the Deadpool deflecting bullets scene, which was just from, what was that from? That was from, okay, that was the
No,
same
that
movie.
must be from that movie.
Yeah.
He was the only one in it. That was the one that he was in.
I found the GIF. I can send you that. I put it in the chat for you.
I remember this.
Yeah, it's so
Let me
dumb.
see if I can bring it up.
It's just like, what?
Take that, fire escape.
It's so goofy. It's just, you're right. It looks like a Bollywood movie. Like, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
And there was so much press around this. I remember it was such a big deal. And it was like, oh, it's good. It's really good. Like, you got to go see it. And then it got leaked. And they were like, we're going to find the guy who did this. And then it started to come out that maybe it wasn't leaked. They leaked it themselves because it wasn't very good. And the effects weren't done. And so they were like, well, if it's leaked, we don't need to go in and put more money into the effects. And you know, I think it was because they ran out of money and they ran out of time or whatever it was. And somehow they made 8 more movies after that.
We're at 2 hours.
We're at 2 hours.
I've got to go look at how the bottom of his coat. I never drew it, and I don't know what they look like. So I'm like, I'll figure that out.
Just do like a jetpack. He's like floating around on his.
You know what he's got that I didn't get to draw yet? He's got braces, like suspenders hanging on his legs.
This guy's
from
such
his
a
belt.
dickhead, Mike. Really, like you've looked up the word dickhead douchebag and you've found him.
I portray all kinds of characters in my stories.
What do you guys think of this design?
It's all right. I don't know. I'm so I guess burnt out on superheroes. It's like
It just looks like a female version.
I like the pink. I think the pink and the black is cool. I haven't seen anything like the way that looks. You know, I mean, the fact that it's Spider-Gwen is Wolverine. I mean, it's like just a composite of 3 characters, but I think the color scheme I actually like.
You were simultaneously the most easy man to impress and the hardest man to impress at the same time. You're like, this is incredible. It's got 3 colors. Pink. Who would have thunk it? Pink.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. I mean, again, I don't care about, X-23 or whatever, any of them, but whatever.
Guys, you would never believe what they've done to the new Wolverine.
You know who really likes the new Wolverine? Will Valley. Camel Moon is all about the Spider-Gwen Wolverine.
I was on the fence, but holy shit, when they added that pink, I was all in.
I have a toy of one. Let me get it for you. Hold on.
How many signups, Rob?
Just under 400, I think.
Are you 100% locked in on that colorist you've been using?
Don't know.
So this
Not
one,
sure.
I like it. I think it fits. We were because they were saying like they liked the team on the 3rd book, and even though I won't be doing it, I think that colorist is the closest to what we achieved in that book. What is that?
so there's an Elseworld story. I guess you wouldn't call it Elseworlds, but it's like a what if story where Elektra and Wolverine have a kid, and she has. I think it's Elektra. Maybe it's Psylocke. Maybe it's
Comic
Psylocke.
book people, comic book writers. That's not how parenting and heredity works. Like your child is not just a blend of you. Like I'm not going to get some mutation between Mel and I and a kid. They're their own people.
It's called Wild Thing, and she has like psychic claws. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but this is the closest.
You got paid for that one.
Yeah, but like if you get this one and her and her dad hanging out,
he's got a baseball bat.
He's got his beating rod out. Teach her a thing or two.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. Just when claws weren't enough, I need a baseball bat. Maybe it's to hit
What
his
do you reckon
ugly-ass
your
daughter.
sign-up bonuses are going to be? Do you have any idea?
I'll probably do some giveaways. I'll probably do some discounts.
You get to live.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing.
You get to live, did you say?
Yeah, I'm taking it to the next level.
Yeah, sign up to Replicator 4 and Camel won't hunt you down and beat you with his Wolverine
with his
stick.
His Lady Wolverine toy.
You just wake
Boots
up
and
one
Heels. Day. Who's making your trailer? You said it earlier.
I didn't say anything.
I'd imagine.
I'm sure you did.
Why would someone else make it when Camel can do that?
Who was saying that then? Where am I getting this from?
Oh, maybe he told you in private, Mike. And now
No, he didn't. Now I remember he did say he was making it. Maybe it was something else you were talking about. Anyway, you are launching on October
14th.
14th.
It's my birthday.
Well, now I'll be able to remember it.
Yeah.
So that's like what, a month and 10 days.
Yeah. So I have a lot of work to do, but it'll be fine. And then we're gonna launch on your channel, right?
Let me make sure I've got that locked in. I'm pretty sure I did.
Friday at noon here. I don't know what that is for you.
Oh my god, I didn't have it locked in. All right, here we go. Can you imagine I double book? I'm gonna have to make that awkward BM.
Can you imagine
to me or to whoever?
To whoever else. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I totally screwed off. I've done
Piper.
that before.
Sorry.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, it's in now. October 14th. We're gonna do a show on my channel, and then we're gonna just roll straight into a birthday Camel Nights. So a longer episode, and it's just gonna be.
Do I?
Yeah, or we'll do it at
show.
What's that, Rob?
Do I get invited to the birthday show? That's a no.
Ooh.
the time.
I'm gonna need you to come in on Sunday. yeah, about that. I don't know. Well, I'll set up a whole schedule of who can come on when and when we'll be on whose channel and et cetera, et cetera.
I'm on 395 sign-ups,
Exciting.
bankrupt. 395.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
trailing behind you. I'm only 30 away.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Catching up.
Yeah.
Catching up. Invite
You get
is in the
1,000
mail, says Perth Comics.
Invite is it'll get there October 15th.
Yeah.
No, we're not up to 1,000 yet. I think it's 35 to go, something like that. 34. Very close. Very close. That'll be a cool number to hit. I don't know when I'm launching this. Actually, I had a old copy. That we've got what's it called? Like Time Machine on Macs, where you can go back and look at what your files looked like a few months ago. And I did that. I went and looked, and I've done a lot. I thought I hadn't, but I really have. I've completed in the last couple of months. I have remember when I was adding to the panels because they were in the wrong format and stuff. I did all that over like 90 pages. There's so much work in that. Something like 12 new pages. A whole bunch of them colored. Still a fair amount to go, but shaping up. It's going to be a cracking book
This year?
So
or
please
not?
do sign up. What's that?
This year or not?
Don't know. Don't know. I'm not going to do what I did last time, and I want to know. I want to know exactly how long it's going to take me to get the book out when I launch. It's not like everyone will be waiting the same amount of time. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself right now to work on this, putting a lot of hours into the day. So it's not like you'll get it quicker if I launch now. You'll still wait the same amount of time. Difference is you don't have to pay for the privilege of waiting. So I think that's the better way to do it. If you can. Premature launchage? Asked John. No. If only Jasper were here to give his thoughts on the matter. I know. I checked first before entering in this discussion. So Camel left. All right. Well, I guess it's
that chick still upstairs.
Anything left to do is say goodbye. I will, depending on when I get the internet back, I'll start uploading videos again. Otherwise, I'll see you in a few days for the game show. All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty fat